Hey guys, it's Destiny and Raquel, and today we're going to be doing a story time about our paranormal activity experiences. Spooky music, please. Okay. Anyway, so everybody's had a paranormal experience, I think that's how you pronounce it, before. And if you have, leave it down in the comments. Make sure to subscribe. And yeah, so let's get started.
Okay, I'll just explain everything that happened for the one that I told you.
Okay, so it was around 4th grade, and it was like New Year's or whatever, and my cousins came over, and I was like really obsessed with like vampires and stuff from Twilight.
No, it was in this house that we are sitting in this bed.
Yeah, this bed. And you know, it's actually on your side too that I saw it.
Can we switch sides?
Yeah, we can. It's fine though, because like it was on this side, like that corner right there. That's legit where he was standing. Okay. But anyways, so I watched a video about, because I was watching like Twilight videos, and then there was one that said how to be a vampire, and so I clicked on it just out of curiosity. It was like a spell, and I read it in my mind, but apparently that must have spawned something, because later on that night I was just laying down in bed, but I felt chills. So I turned around, just trying to like get comfortable, I guess, and there was this figure just standing there. He was wearing all black, but it was like he looked kind of like older, I guess. His skin was like purplish pale, and I just remember his eyes being like a dark red color. It was like the scariest thing.
Always if you see a spirit with dark red eyes, that means you're not good.
I don't know, because I remember he had something on his head. Like it was like little black things on his head, but he had like not like a robe, but
a coat type thing.
Yeah, like that. And it was pitch black, and it had like kind of a brownish tint to it, but it was black. And then you couldn't really see his legs because it was like covering from the bed. But he was pretty tall too. He was almost to the roof. He was huge too. I remember him being really big. And I was like, I just looked at him. He looked out at me really, I don't know, I just remember his neck being tilted in this really weird way.
Did you scream or something?
I did. I yelled over to my brothers, because whenever I'm with my brothers I feel like better, I don't know. So I just yelled to him, and once I heard the door open, he was gone.
I would have cried. I would have, Mom! Get your gun and let's get out this house!
I was just staring at him because, I don't know, I was just in shock. Like, I've never seen anything like that before. Okay, your turn.
Okay, so this takes place, I have a lot, but I'm just going to tell one that I would say spooked me out the most. And this was in Killeen. I live in San Antonio now, but this was in Killeen. And, okay, so it was about, I was home alone. My mom went to go pick up my brother from school, and I was in my room. So it was my room, my brother's room, my sister's room, which her room was right by the stairs. And I was in my room, and I was like, sleeping because I didn't feel good, but my mom picked me up. I wasn't feeling good, so I was sleeping. So I heard something coming from my brother's room. So I opened the door, and I was like what the heck? Like, I heard something coming from, like, his wall. They were real light type wall, so you heard everything. So I, like, opened his door, and I, like, kind of looked around, and, I didn't see anything. So I went back in my bed, and I lay down, and then I heard knocking. Like, this is his wall, and this is my wall. And his room was on this side, and my room was on this side. So I heard someone just, like say someone knocks at your door or on the wall, like that. I heard that, and it was really loud, and I got so scared. I was like, what the heck? Maybe it's construction or something. So I walked in his room. I know, you're probably saying, why would you go? That's stupid. I was curious. So I opened my door, and I walked really slow, and I didn't hear it when I walked out my room. So I opened his door real fast, and I was like, and so I closed it back again, and then I went back to my room, and I heard like banging, and I got so scared. I was covering my ears and I was screaming, and like I was like, oh my god, and my dog, my dog was outside. Like my dog, she was outside in the backyard, and I kind of totally forgot. My mom said to let her in, but she had water and food and stuff, so it wasn't like I had to. But I felt bad. If she was with her, she would have protected me. So I heard banging, I was screaming and screaming. I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna die. I was like, oh my god, and I was like crying. And then I heard the front door close, and then it stopped. And I was like, oh my god. And I like kind of like put my head on my door, and I was going like this. My mom yelled, Destiny, I'm home. I ran out, and I was like, Mom, and I told her, and I was so scared. Like, I've never experienced anything like that. I mean, like, I've seen shadows and ghosts and stuff, but that, I feel like that scared me because I was home alone, so nothing could really, like, explain that, especially because I wasn't really little, because then my mom wouldn't have left me home alone. I was in, like, 4th grade, so that kind of freaked me out, but now I've seen more stuff, so come to think of it, it wasn't that bad, but at the time, it was really bad because, I mean, I was like 10, right? Like 10. Maybe 9, because my birthday's a little bit late. I don't know. I was like kind of young, but I was a little bit like mid. It just scared me. Like,
that's crazy. I'll just tell them I actually have this on Musical.ly, so if you follow me on Musical.ly, you can actually go watch this because I have.
Really?
Yeah, I got it on camera.
Really?
You can't hear anything though because I was sitting down, but I had music, so it was covered by music. But you could actually, if you got rid of the music, you could hear it. So I was sitting down, like literally right by my door. I would show you guys, but I'm not gonna get up. It's like literally like right here. And I was just sitting there with my brother, and I heard like someone was talking. And so I looked over, there was no one there, and I just ignored it. But then like 3 seconds later, because I was recording my Musical.ly, I was, because I'm trying to get like higher in Musical.ly, I guess you could say, like more followers. So I was doing a whole bunch of Musical.lys, and that was like the last one I was planning on doing. So I was working on it, but after I heard that noise, I just ignored it. But literally within like the next 3 seconds, I looked over, nothing was there, but then like right after I looked over, I heard another sound, and it sounded like somebody was walking over to the game room, which is like, again, right over there. And so I kept hearing all these sounds, and my brother freaked out. And like once I was done with that recording, I went on and made 2 other ones explaining what had happened in the last Musical.ly. And you could actually hear sounds like not like a gun, but you could hear sounds that would sound like a game, but no one was playing any games. So, you could actually hear what sounded like a death game, but there was no games.
I have a lot, but this is.
You can have 2 more because yours are really good.
And these are all like true. Like you can talk to my family. Like, this is really true. I'm not making things up. Like. Okay, so this was. Hold on. What was I gonna say? I have like a lot. I was gonna say this one particular one that really freaked me out. This was in my clean house again. No. Sorry. It was in Corpus. I'm from Corpus, and so I was thinking of Killeen for some reason because I'm just talking about Killeen. I was in Corpus, and I was staying at my grandma's house because we were gonna do something. It was like kind of like spring break, so we were going to visit them. So we were visiting, and it was time to go to bed. It was like 11, and we had a lot of fun. We watched a movie together. We were doing all that. We played this cup game that my grandpa plays with us. We bounce it on this table, and then we try to make it into this bucket. It's really fun. We like kind of made it up. So we were playing that, and then it was like really late, so like we were all tired. So we finally settled down, and my grandma was like, hey, mijas, which was like me and my sister. We're like, you can sleep in my room. We're like, oh, no, grandma. So she slept with my aunt, which is her daughter, and she slept on the mattress, and I told her, like, grandma, it's okay. She was like, no. So she slept on the mattress, and me and my sister were on the bed. And my sister still remembers this, and so do I, because it like terrified me. It still terrifies me to think of it. I was because like my grandma's, like I always sleep on one side of the bed, which is, okay, my grandma's bed is straight. Like let's say this is her room. Her bed is like, her room, like it's kind of hard to explain, like this is her room, and her door's right here, but her bed's like straight. So like on this side,
like straight over her door,
yeah,
kind of.
No,
Like straight, like facing her door.
But it's like, okay, so like she has like a dresser like right next to it, kind of like that. So I would say that I'd sleep on this side because it had the dresser, the clock, and everything, the charger. So I sleep on this side. So she has a TV like right in like the corner of her room.
Like
so,
me?
kind of, yeah, but it would be on this side. So then she has like a little gap between her big dresser and then the TV. There's a little gap. So I could not fall asleep. I was tossing and turning. I couldn't get comfortable. I was like, oh my god, like what's going on? And my sister was. Oh. So I was like right like by my sister, and she was sound asleep. I don't know how. I don't know. I just couldn't sleep. And I remember it was like I remember the time. It was like 11. No, it's not 11. It was like 12. I had turned my body because I was facing this way. I could not sleep. I couldn't. So I stood up straight and my eyes were still closed, and I opened them. And right where the center, like when I told you where that little gap was, a dark figure was staring at me, and I was staring right at it. It was just like, it was staring, it was like making, like it was staring deep into my soul. Like I was like, oh my god, it was just staring at me. I was so scared. I was like, Alyssa, wake up. Like I was like, Alyssa, wake up, wake up, wake up. Like I was shaking her. She did not wake up. She was like, I was like, Alyssa, wake up. Like I was crying. I was like, oh my god. So I rolled over. Okay, and my grandma was like, okay, you're fine. And all that, we can just, after this, we're gonna get sleep. Okay, so like, she was like, oh my god, you're okay. So she was hugging me, and I was like, it was just crazy, cause like, I didn't really like think that would happen. Like this really terrified me. And then like we went back to sleep, and like me and my grandma, I slept in like my aunt's room. My grandma slept with my sister. And I slept on the bed. I slept next to the wall. Like my aunt's bed's different. It's turned sideways, and there's the wall, and then she slept on the outside. I slept next to the wall because I was like, oh my god. So I was like tucked under blankets, and I had my head over it, and I was covering my ears, and I was closing my eyes, and I was like thinking like to myself, like, Destiny, you need to chill out. It's okay. Like the grandma said, you're gonna be fine. So like I was praying. Like I was like, because I was so scared. I was like shaking. I was like. I was like so scared. But yeah, those are our stories.
Gotta admit, hers were like real interesting.
It just runs in the family, and it's just like, it's kind of.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up.
And subscribe.
And yeah.
And make sure to comment what you want us to do next. But thank you for watching our story time, man.
Yeah.
Bye.